The most important thing to remember when you're writing a video script is that people browse the internet by themselves at their computer. They're not sitting in a big group and showing your video to their friends. They watch the video themselves. So what does this mean for you? It means that your script needs to be a single message speaking to one person and making it very personal. Remember how I showed you the research in Module 1 about how video can have the same impact as speaking with a close friend? It's important to keep this in mind when you're writing your video script. It's the same as a personal conversation with a close friend. You don't want to use words like, all you guys out there, because that indicates you're talking to a large group. It's best to word your video like a one-to-one conversation. The most powerful word in video marketing is you, because people only care about themselves. The other tactic that works really well when you're writing a video script is to speak about the results the customer wants and the emotion that the customer's feeling. You know that you've done this correctly when your prospect watches your video and they have the same feeling as if they've discovered something that was made exactly for them. You've felt this emotion before. How many times have you looked for a book or a course to solve a specific problem and you found the right book? And then you brought the book because it was specifically tailored for your situation. This is the same emotion that you want to elicit in your video viewers. You want them to feel like you're speaking directly to them and addressing their specific problem. Here's another tip. When you're writing your video script, as much as you can, you want to be converting any claims or statements you make into questions. Never underestimate the power of your viewer's imagination. When you ask a question, the brain's compelled to answer it, and your viewers are more likely to believe an idea that their brain has come up with than an idea that's presented by you. Frank Luntz is one of my favorite authors. He's a Republican strategist in the USA, and he writes all the speeches for a lot of major US politicians. In his book Words That Work, his number one favorite word is imagine. I think it's such a powerful word because you're giving the viewer the opportunity to create their own reality. And if their reality will be improved by your product, then you've got a video that sells. The other thing about video is that you don't have to say everything. You can actually show it. You can have images of the results that you're promising for your customers, or you can show your customers speaking about their results and how happy they are with you. One thing to avoid is using boring corporate jargon in your videos. I'll give you an example. My business is a top-tier service provider who's committed to providing the best possible service and helping people leverage the power of the internet to create value and win-win and all the rest. I mean, how often have you seen this kind of rubbish on websites and videos? This kind of text could be applicable for any type of business. It does you no favors. Is this how you'd speak to a friend or a customer? Of course it isn't. You want to make it conversational. You want to make it the same way you speak to a friend. Not this boring win-win outcomes type of talk. So cut out the corporate jargon. We'll discuss this more in detail in Module 7, but I firstly wanted to give you an introduction and an overview.